Welcome to Phrasal Verb Practice. This is the place to learn real English, one phrasal verb at a time. My name is Marissa, and I'll walk you through this learning journey. Hello, everyone. Trust you're all well. In today's session, we'll cover and practice the phrasal verb fall over. So let's start by talking about what fall over actually means. This phrasal verb has three very common meanings. First, when we say fall over, we often mean losing your balance and falling to the ground. The idea here is a simple physical accident. For example, she tripped on the step and fell over. The child fell over while running. I almost fell over on the wet floor. Now, there's another very similar use of fall over. We also use fall over when someone trips or falls because something is in the way. For example, he fell over a chair in the dark. I fell over a cable on the floor. She nearly fell over the box. And there's a third meaning that's more informal. We also use fall over to talk about things that stop working or collapse, like systems or plans. For example, the computer system fell over during the update. Their plan fell over at the last minute. The website fell over because of heavy traffic. Here's the key point. In all these meanings, fall over is about losing stability. Sometimes it's physical. Sometimes it's more figurative. Now, let's look at how people usually understand fall over in other languages. In Spanish, it's caerse or venirse abajo. In French, tomber or s'effondrer. In Portuguese, cair or colapsar. In Italian, cadere or crollare. In German, hinfallen or zusammenbrechen. In Japanese, torobu. And in Chinese, diedao or pumque. So when do people usually use fall over? People use fall over when someone loses balance while walking or running. They use it when someone trips because of an object. They also use it when talking about small accidents or clumsy moments. And in a more informal way, they use it to describe technical failures or plans that suddenly fail. Let's quickly review a few clear examples. She fell over while carrying groceries. This is the physical meaning. I nearly fell over a backpack on the stairs. That's tripping over something. The old man fell over but wasn't hurt. Physical again. Our booking system fell over last night. That's the system meaning. The project fell over due to poor planning. Also the figurative meaning. Now let's talk briefly about the grammar. Fall over is inseparable. That means you can't split the verb and the particle. So these are correct. She fell over a chair. He fell over suddenly. But this is not correct. She fell the chair over. The structure is simple. We usually say fall over, plus object. And with pronouns, they come after the phrasal verb. For example, he fell over it. All right, now it's time to practice. First, you're going to listen to a short text from everyday life. Then, you'll hear another text in a professional or office situation. Are you ready? Let's start. Yesterday started like a normal day, but it quickly turned into one of those days where everything feels a little off. I was still half asleep when I got out of bed, and as I walked toward the kitchen, I didn't notice the cat sitting right in the hallway. I almost fall over, and my heart jumped. I managed to catch myself, but it woke me up instantly. Later that morning, I went out to walk the dog. It had rained during the night, and the sidewalk was still wet. I wasn't paying much attention because I was checking messages on my phone. Suddenly, my foot slipped, and I actually did fall over. A couple walking by asked if I was okay, and I laughed it off, even though my knee hurt a little. When I got home, I tried to make coffee, but I was still feeling clumsy. I dropped a spoon, bumped into the counter, and nearly fall over again when I stepped back too fast. Some days just feel like that. In the afternoon, my sister came over with her kids. While we were talking in the living room, her youngest ran past me, left his toys everywhere, and I almost fall over a small car on the floor. We all laughed, but I told them we really needed to clean up before someone actually got hurt. That evening, I sat down to order groceries online. Right when I was about to pay, the app froze and then completely fall over. I tried refreshing it, but nothing worked. After a long day, that small thing was enough to make me sigh and lean back on the couch, feeling like everything was just slightly out of balance. Before going to bed, I thought about the day. Between nearly fall over at home, actually fall over outside, and watching technology fall over too, it felt like a reminder to slow down. Some days, if you rush too much, things just fall over one by one. Great, that was the first text. How many times did you hear the phrasal verb of the day? Now, let's move on to the second text. Monday started with our weekly team meeting, and everyone looked a bit tired. As I walked into the conference room with my laptop and coffee, I didn't see the charging cable on the floor and almost fall over. I caught myself, laughed, and said it was clearly too early for multitasking. The meeting itself was going fine until our presentation screen went black. The system completely fell over, right in the middle of a client update. IT restarted everything, and we used the time to talk through the plan again. Still, it was one of those moments where you feel things could easily fall over if you're not careful. Later that morning, I was reviewing emails while walking back to my desk. I wasn't paying attention and nearly fell over a box someone had left in the hallway. I sent a quick message reminding the team to keep shared spaces clear before someone actually did fall over and get hurt. After lunch, we had a deadline review. One part of the project had already fallen over because a supplier missed a delivery. We adjusted the timeline, but it meant other tasks might also fall over if we didn't stay flexible. No one panicked. We just focused on what we could control. In the afternoon, our project management tool started acting up. Tasks wouldn't load, comments disappeared, and then the whole platform fell over. We switched to email and a shared document, joking that at least we were used to plans falling over by now. Before heading out, my manager stopped by my desk. She said the week felt messy, but she appreciated how the team handled it when things fell over. As I packed my bag, I was careful again not to fall over anything on the floor. By the end of the day, it was clear. In work, just like in life, things fall over sometimes. What matters is how quickly you recover and keep moving. Great, that was the second text, and that's all for today. Thank you so much for following this channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.